Mac Jones' sophomore season was not a good follow-up from his rookie year. The whole entire season was filled with turmoil as the Patriots finished 8-9 and missed the playoffs. Now the Patriots have a Mac Jones dilemma on their hands, but what are they going to do going into the 2023-2024 season? In this video, we're going to discuss what could and should happen to Mac Jones and the Patriots in his third season. But first, before we get started, if you can please subscribe to our channel, as it will help us grow and reach a larger audience. Mac Jones' 2022 season did not start well from the jump. Yes, there was talks he came in much better shape than he's been in his first season, but Bill Belichick made the surprising move after Josh McDaniels left to take the Raiders job to put Matt Patricia and Timmy Toughnuts, Joe Judge, in charge of the offense. Matt Patricia was a pretty good defensive coordinator and a lousy head coach, and Joe Judge is a special teams guy who is best known for running QB sneaks on third down deep in his own territory while coaching the Giants. The move to put these guys in charge was heavily criticized on all sports talk radio and debate shows, and it turned out to be exactly what everyone said it will be: an utter disaster. It was no secret that Mac Jones wasn't sold on the move. He had poor body language and was even caught saying, "Throw the effing ball, the quick game sucks." To make matters worse, Jones had an ankle sprain in week 3 and missed 3 games. His backup, Bailey Zappi, came in and the offense looked like the 2007 Patriots for about 6 quarters. Alright, I'm joking, it wasn't all that good, but Bailey Zappi looked better than Jones and had Patriots fans clamoring for more. There was rumors floating around that when the third game that he was going to miss came along, Mac was actually ready to go, and the Patriots, they just decided to go with Zappi over him. Of course, Bill Belichick was tight-lipped, but the rumblings were out there. The Patriots whooped on the Browns in this game, and it almost seemed as if a full-blown quarterback controversy was in place. However, in the very next game, Bill Belichick decided to start Mac Jones against the Bears, and in this game, Mac Jones played absolutely lousy, going 3 for 6 with an interception. He got the hook early, and then came in Bailey Zappi, who immediately threw a touchdown. Zappi would proceed to play the rest of the game, but wound up throwing 2 interceptions, and Bailey Zappi started to look like Bailey Zappi again instead of Tom Brady. The following week, Mac Jones got the nod again, and the Patriots would go on a 3-game winning streak, quieting all noise about Bailey Zappi. While that would be the end of the Bailey Zappi controversy for the rest of the year, it wouldn't be the end of controversy altogether. Mac Jones looked very uncomfortable in his new offense and was wildly inconsistent. Adding to the lousy season, Mac Jones was hearing more noise in the media for his repeated dirty plays. There was even talk about him getting suspended after a dirty move on Bengals cornerback Eli Apple, which nobody really cared it was Eli Apple. It was just a reason to pile on Mac Jones. So what will happen to Mac Jones going forward, and what should the Patriots do? I don't say this lightly because the guy is in his second year, but the Patriots should move on from Mac Jones, and they should do it quickly. Bill Belichick is now in his 70s and no doubt is in the final stretch of his coaching career. Now, it's been in the news that the Patriots are going to go through coaching changes on their offensive staff, and don't be surprised if he brings in somebody that's a complete outsider to the Patriot organization to run the offense. Belichick doesn't have the time to lollydolly around and wait for Jones to completely develop. The Patriots have a good roster, and if they're going to make the change, you got to think it'll be a veteran that they bring in. So what are some options? The one that makes most sense in a trade would be Derek Carr for Mac Jones. Now, Mac Jones would return to the offensive coach he had success with in his rookie year in Josh McDaniels. He knows the offense, and they do have weapons there. Derek Carr, on the other hand, is good, not great, but he's one of the better deep ball throwers in the league, and he is an upgrade over Mac Jones. That's one I do think is a real possibility. Here's another one: Jimmy Garoppolo for Mac Jones. Now, Jimmy G will be a free agent with his reworked contract, so this wouldn't necessarily be a straight-up trade, but it would work for both sides. Jimmy started his career in New England, and if you remember correctly, Belichick wanted to go with Jimmy G over Tom Brady, only to be overruled by Robert Kraft. And for the 49ers, it was actually rumored that Kyle Shanahan actually moved up in the 2021 NFL Draft to go get Mac Jones, but eventually decided to go with Trey Lance. Now, Trey Lance hasn't exactly panned out so far, and he's still young and has gotten hurt. Now, it all depends on a few things, though. Number one, Brock Purdy may actually be the guy there. We'll see what happens. And then there's also rumblings that Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers may want to go play for San Fran, as they're both from the area. This one I don't actually see happening, but it is intriguing. Another long shot possibility was something that was rumored mid-season, and that was Tom Brady returning to New England. Now, of course, this would make for a good story, but I don't see it happening. He's also a free agent, so again, a straight-up trade would not work out, but Tampa Bay would actually be a decent landing spot for Mac Jones as well. Another crazy trade that could happen, and is even more of a long shot, is the Pats trading for Justin Fields. Now, Fields has looked really good, but the Bears are just lousy and have the first pick in the draft. General manager Ryan Poles did not draft Justin Fields, so he doesn't really have any straight allegiance to him. So if he doesn't think he's the guy, he may elect and go and draft Bryce Young, who everybody is saying the top quarterback in this draft. If that were the case, he would trade Fields. Now, obviously, Mac Jones wouldn't return there in that situation, but he could be traded somewhere else. There's so many quarterback-needy teams out there, and the Patriots can probably get a first-rounder in return for Mac Jones. The thing is, number one, I think the Bears will stick with Justin Fields and trade out of that pick. And number two, if they do decide to trade to that pick or do decide to trade for Justin Fields, they're going to want a king ransom. And I don't see Bill Belichick giving up a lot for somebody. He just doesn't do that. It's not in his MO. So what do I think is going to happen? I think Bill Belichick is actually going to bring back Mac Jones, but I would not be shocked if Mac Jones doesn't look good in the preseason and there's actually true quarterback competition. Patriots may even bring in a veteran like Jameis Winston or Carson Wentz to compete with Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. So what do you think is going to happen to Mac Jones? Leave a comment below and tell me your thoughts, and again, please subscribe to our channel.